Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining about pattern allowance and the types of pattern allowances. So what is pattern? We already know about what is pattern from this video. So in this video we will know about pattern allowances. So what is pattern allowance? Pattern allowance is the modifications, intentional added modifications to the pattern. So it can be positive allowance or negative allowance, that we are adding modifications to the pattern or to the original product replica. So here pattern allowances are intentional dimensional modifications given to a pattern so that the final casting attains the correct size, correct shape and accuracy after solidification, cooling, machining and removal from the mold. So this is pattern allowances. So this is the pattern, and by the help of this pattern we have created the cavity, and after creating the hollow cavity we have poured this hollow with the help of, or we have filled this hollow with the help of molten metal, and after solidification we get this product. But when we are getting this product, this is slightly smaller than the actual pattern or actual cavity we made. Why this is happening? Because when the metal is in molten form, it expands, and when it is solidified, the metal contracts. So first, when we have created the cavity, the size will be bigger, but when the molten metal is solidified, the size will be smaller from the given size of the pattern. So we have to create the pattern more than the actual size of the product. So after solidification it will fit to the original product. This is one type of pattern. Another type of pattern is, this is the original product we have created using casting process. So after removing it from the mold, the surface of the product will not be smooth. So we have to machine the surface. For the machining operation, some metal from the product we have created will be eliminated. So the dimension of the product will be lesser from the original product we have created. That's why the pattern allowance is added. So in this case we are adding more dimension to the pattern. So this is the intentional modifications to the given pattern. So why pattern allowance is important? During casting, molten metal shrinks on cooling. One point. Next is machining removes extra material. Another point. Next one is pattern removal may damage mold edges. So we have to create the edges in a way that the edges don't damage the mold cavity. Next, the uneven cooling causes distortion. That's why we need the pattern allowances. So there are few pattern allowances. First one is shrinkage allowance, second machining allowance, third one is draft allowance, fourth is wrapping allowance or shaking allowance, and the fifth one is distortion allowance or camber allowance. So now we will see these 5 types of pattern allowances in detail. So first one is shrinkage allowance. So what is shrinkage allowance? Shrinkage allowance is the extra dimension added to a pattern to compensate for the contraction of metal during solidification and cooling from the molten state to room temperature. So it is always positive allowance. Let's suppose we have created this pattern to create casting. So using this pattern we have created cavity or mold cavity in the molding sand. So we have filled this mold cavity using molten metal. After solidification the metal will shrink and the product will be like this. so the dimension is getting shorter from the given dimension. That's why we are creating this kind of dimension to the pattern, and after solidification we are getting this. The final product dimension will be this. So this is the extra dimension added to the pattern. So it is always positive allowance. So why the shrinkage allowance is required? Firstly, why it is called shrinkage allowance? Because the molten metal shrinks itself during solidification. So why shrinkage allowance is required? First, the metal contracts during solidification, further shrinks during cooling, and without allowance the casting becomes undersized. So the pattern made slightly larger than the required casting size. This is shrinkage allowance. Next one is machining allowance. So what is machining allowance? Machining allowance is the extra material intentionally provided on a casting so that it can be removed by machining to achieve accurate dimensions, good surface finish and proper tolerance. It is also positive allowance always. So when we are creating casting using casting process, the product will be like this and the surface will be unsmooth, because we are doing the sand casting. So we have to surface finish the surfaces of the product, the uneven surfaces. We have to smooth the surfaces. That's why some material or some metal from the casting are getting eliminated. That's why the product is getting shorter in dimensions. So that's why we are adding extra dimension to the pattern, and after machining we are getting the final dimension. So we are adding extra dimension, to the pattern. That's why it is positive allowance. So why the machining allowance is required and why it is called machining allowance? Because we are adding the extra dimension for the machining purposes. That's why it is called machining allowance. And why it is required? Firstly, surfaces are rough and uneven. Next, the dimensional inaccuracies may exist. When we are creating any kind of product using casting process, the dimension may be inaccurate. So we are machining the surfaces to create the accurate dimensions. Oxide scale, sand particles or defects may be present. We are machining the surfaces to eliminate the oxide scale, sand particles or any kind of surface defects in machining process, and that's how the machining allowance is added. So next is the draft allowance. So what is draft allowance? Draft allowance is the slight taper given on vertical surfaces of a pattern to enable its easy and damage-free removal from the mold. It is also always positive allowance. So let's suppose this is the pattern without draft allowance. The edges are very sharp and the edges is not conical type, or the edges is not tapered type. So when we will remove this product from the mold cavity, these edges, the sharp corners will damage the mold cavity. So when we are removing the metal, it is damaging the mold cavity and the mold cavity will be useless. We have to prepare the cavity again. So that's why the draft allowance is added. In this figure, this is the added draft allowance. So this is the pattern and draft allowance are added. We can see that this is the slightly tapered. This is slightly tapered surfaces of the pattern. So these are the sharp edges, but the surfaces are not vertical. These edges are vertical. They are here, the dimension is maximum and here the dimension is minimum. So that's why when we are removing the pattern from the mold cavity, the surfaces will not be in contact with the edges of the mold cavity. So it will not damage the cavity. That's why we are adding draft allowance to the pattern. So why it is called draft allowance and why it is required? We are adding extra material to the pattern and in a way that the pattern is not in final shape, that in draft shape. That's why it is called draft allowance. And why it is required? Vertical pattern faces tends to drag against mold walls and it will damage the mold walls, causes mold damage and poor surface finish, and draft allows the pattern to be withdrawn smoothly. That's why the draft allowance is required or draft is added to the pattern. Next is a wrapping allowance or shake allowance or shaking allowance. So what is wrapping allowance? Wrapping allowance is the reduction in pattern dimensions. So first three the pattern allowances were the positive allowance, but it is the negative allowance. Pattern dimensions to compensate for the increase in mold cavity size caused by wrapping or shaking of the pattern during its withdrawal from the mold. It is a negative allowance. So when we are removing the pattern from the molding box, the mold cavity getting bigger by the shaking or removal of the pattern. So when we are removing the pattern, the cavity is getting bigger, so the product will be bigger. So our calculation will be wrong and the product will be defected product, or we have to machine extra material or the wastage of the material will be more. That's why the wrapping or shaking allowance is added, or it is not added, actually it is subtracted from the pattern. So when we are creating pattern, the pattern or the product will be like this dimension, but the pattern will be smaller from the product because of the wrapping or shaking or the when we are removing the pattern from the mold cavity, the shape will be bigger or it will take the shape of the product because of the removal of the pattern from the mold cavity. So why it is called wrapping or shaking allowance and why it is required? Because when we are removing the metal from the mold cavity, shaking is occurs and the mold cavity getting bigger in dimension. That's why it is called shaking allowance. And why it is required? It is required during pattern removal. The pattern is wrapped or shaken to loosen it. This action enlarges the mold cavity slightly. Without correction, the casting becomes oversized. That's why the dimension of the pattern is reduced and it is negative allowance. The next and the last one is distortion or camber allowance. So what is distortion allowance? So distortion allowance is the intentional modification of the pattern shape to counteract wrapping or bending of the casting caused by unequal cooling and contraction. The pattern is made opposite in curvature to the expected distortion. So it is neither positive allowance nor negative allowance. It is the curvature to the opposite or the expected opposite direction of the actual product. So let's suppose this is the product, and when we are creating this kind of product using the casting process, the final product is getting like this. It is distorted like this, or it is bended like this, it bent like this. This is the actual product when we are getting from casting process. It is happening again and again, so we decided to make the pattern like this. It is the it has been bent opposite to the final product we are getting from the casting process. So when it will cool, it will be like this. So we are getting final product. So we are creating the pattern like this, and after pouring the molten metal and solidification and cooling, the product is getting bent like this bent, and it is getting like this product. So it is the defected product we are getting from casting. This is the pattern we have made, and by the pattern we have created the mold cavity, and after pouring the molten metal, solidification and cooling, we are getting the final and the accurate product. So this is the distortion and camber allowance. So we can see this is the required shape, this is the defected casting product, and it is the cambered pattern, and after cambered pattern we are getting the required shape of the casting. This is the distortion or camber allowance. So why it is called distortion allowance and why it is required? Because we are distorting the pattern to compensate the defects occurring in the casting operation. And why it is required? Thin and long casting cools unevenly, different sections shrink at different rates, results in bending, twisting or wrapping. So that's why the distortion or camber allowance is added. No, it is not added, it is modified. So in this video I have discussed about the pattern allowance and the types of pattern allowances. Hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching this video. For more updates, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon.